Yeah, do this myself with it like way out.
Hey guys, hope you're all having a great day. Today for myself is one of the first times this year that I finally feel like my running's coming along and I finally feel like a real runner. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a track workout I did this morning. But first, if you're new to this channel, I'm a triathlete who's pivoting into running for 2021 with an end goal of being a sub 220 marathon either later this summer or in the fall. And in the meantime, since there's basically no racing in Canada, I've signed up for a virtual series that starts in about 5 weeks, and it consists of a 1 mile event, a 5K event, a 10K event, a half, and a full. And I'm kind of just using those as time trial efforts, something to rev up the system and just be fun little stepping stones on my goal of running a sub 220. Right now it's early April 2021, and so far training's been okay. To be honest, I've been really struggling with volume, and that's mostly due to shin splints holding me back. So when I was training for triathlon, I could get away with an extremely low run volume, just because of the quality of runs that I was doing combined with the swimming and the cycling. I was able to get away with racing fast on low volume. But now, obviously, with a sub 220 marathon goal, mileage has to be a factor in that. And honestly, I thought right away I'd be able to handle over 100K run weeks. And like I said, it's April, and so far I haven't done a single 100K run week. And this is all because of shin splints. So I'm getting the shin splints for a few reasons, I think. First of all, I need to be more diligent with my foam rolling, stretching, all that sort of recovery stuff. Secondly, I think just the increase in volume. It's more pounding on my legs, and you combine that with I'm probably doing slightly too much pavement running, especially the pavement around my house. It's very steep up and steep down, so lots and lots of pounding on those legs. And then lastly, I think one of the biggest factors is when I'm doing my easy runs or recovery runs, which honestly is the bulk of my training right now. Oftentimes mentally I'll just turn off, and I know that my form's starting to slip a little bit, and more importantly I'm overstriding, and my foot strike is landing way out in front of me, probably with a straight leg, heel striking way out in front of me, and that obviously causes shin splints as well. But with that being said, today is only Wednesday. I feel fantastic. I'm already 55K into this week, so I have no worries about hitting 100K. I think I'm actually gonna have to hold back a little bit so I don't go way over 100K this week. So really pumped about that. Now let's dive into the track workout I did. So today's track session was a main set of 12 by 400, and here's how that broke down. So the first 400 was easy, the second 400 was medium effort, and the third 400 was a hard effort, and then we cycled through that 4 times for a total of 12 by 400. Now I call the first 400 easy. It's actually at your threshold pace. So for myself right now, I just called that 3 minutes and 20 seconds per kilometer is my threshold. I think it might actually be slightly faster than that, but for today, that's how I calculated out my splits. So the easy 400s today were about 120, and then the mediums were about 115, and then finally the harder efforts were at about 110 or even slightly faster per lap. And actually on the 12th and final 400, I raced the guy at the track, and I actually ended up coming in just under 1 minute at, I think it was 59 high. So I'm happy to see the legs still have a little bit of speed in them. That's a good thing for the mile virtual race I have coming up in about 5 weeks. And speaking of that 1 mile virtual race, I've really been struggling with what shoes I should wear. So originally my plan was to wear the ASICS Meta Racer. So this shoe in my size weighs about 7 ounces. But then I've been thinking about it over the last few weeks, and I decided that the Vaporfly Next Percent 2 or Next Percent 1 might be a better choice for me, just because this is slightly lighter. It comes in at 6.4 ounces for my size. And then just in the last few days, I thought about it even more, and I've decided that my mile shoe is going to be the ASICS Tarthur Zeal 6. This shoe doesn't have a carbon plate or anything like the first two shoes I showed, but in my size it weighs 5.8 ounces, not a ton of cushion, has a high drop of 10 millimeters, which I like for racing, and I think over a mile I'm going to be faster in this shoe versus the Vaporfly. So today's session with warm-up, cool-down, main set, worked out to 15K for myself. The 12x400 isn't a super hard session, although it is still really high quality. It is just under 5K of running over your threshold pace. But because that's broken into only 400 meter segments and then a 200 easy jog between, it makes it actually quite manageable. So if you're training for like a 5K, 10K, or even a half, this could be a really beneficial workout for you. And I'll put a link down below in the description where you can find a running pace calculator. So feel free to borrow this workout that I shared with you today, take it to the track, use it for yourself. But first you're going to want to figure out what your threshold pace is. So basically, what's the fastest pace per mile or per kilometer that you can hold for up to an hour. And then you can use a running pace calculator and calculate out what your threshold pace is per 400 meters. And then when you do this workout that I shared with you, that's going to be the easy effort. The medium effort, you simply take 5 seconds off per 400. And then finally the hard 400 effort is you take another 5 seconds off. So you're running that lap 10 seconds faster than the easy lap. Anyways, that's it for today. I just received my new Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2 in the mail 2 days ago, and I'm going to be taking them out for a test run on Friday. So check back in 2 days for my first run impressions in that shoe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.